Trading education is full of scammers, but how do you know who's real and who's not? I'm champion trader Davey, and let's find out. Well, if you've been around trading for a little while, you'll realize there's tons of people selling education. Uh-oh, buy this indicator, buy this secret system. Oh, I found this manual in an attic. It gives you all the secrets to trading. Well, unfortunately, most of it's fake. And if you're not careful, you can get taken by these people. So, how can you protect yourself? Well, here's 3 ways. First, I always go by the adage, if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. So take a look at this chart with these trades. Look how well it gets the tops and bottoms. It looks like a great system, right? But it looks a little too good to be true. So let's dig a little deeper. And what do you find? Well, you find that this person buys all the bottoms of every bar and sells the tops of every bar. Now, if you didn't know any better, you'd think, oh wow, this guy is really good. But if you've been around trading for a while, you know this is fake. There's no way you can do this. You can do it once in a while, but you cannot consistently sell tops and buy bottoms. It's ridiculous. So when I see something like that, it calls everything into question, and I tend to think that this guru is a fraud. So that's one thing you can do. Just investigate things and see if you can uncover what's going on. The second tip to help you avoid trading education scammers is to just dig deep into what somebody is saying and what's on their website. So for example, a couple years ago, I was looking at a trading website and I saw this great testimonial. The problem was it was me, or at least my picture, with some made-up name with a made-up testimonial. Now, I was able to get the person to take it down from their site, but the point is, they created a fake testimonial. Here's another site with lots of testimonials. Wow, this looks impressive, right? But if you do a reverse Google image search, you'll find each one of these people is actually a stock photo. So if the photo's not real, is the testimonial real? You be the judge of that, but that's a definite warning sign for me. So point number 2 is to dig deep into the website and the sales material and see if you can find some holes. Usually scammers aren't that good and they leave a lot of open ends and mistakes. And the third point is whenever you're looking at an equity curve or trades or anything like that, remember that hindsight is a great thing when you're trying to show trading results. Here's an example of somebody who had a trend line method, and it looks great. Look at that entry. Look at that exit. You'd think this is a perfect trade and a perfect example of trend lines. The problem is, when you do it in real time, you couldn't have made the entry. You couldn't have made the exit because the trend line was drawn incorrectly. So what looks like a good trade is actually a completely bogus trade. So is this trend line method good or not? I don't know, but I can't tell from that one trade, which is what this person's basing their whole method on. So hindsight can really get you. So you got to watch out for it. Remember, don't look at a chart after the trade. Look at a chart before the trade's made and during the trade, and see if you would have come to the same conclusion that you do when you look at a trade after the fact. Usually you don't. So if you want to avoid trading scammers, just follow these 3 rules. First, live by the rule, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Second, investigate whoever you're going to be dealing with and look for inconsistencies and holes. And third, remember about hindsight bias. Trades that look good after the fact might not have been able to happen during the actual market action. Well, if you found this useful, please give me a thumbs up. If there's somebody you want me to look at or a website you want me to look at, leave it in the comments or send me an email. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm Davey. Thanks for watching.